What if your excuses are the only thing standing between you and success? Winners don't have more time, talent, or luck. They just refuse to quit. So why do most people self-sabotage while others push through? Here's the truth: discipline isn't genetic, it's a choice. Ready to unlock the no excuses mindset. First, the 5-second rule to crush procrastination. The moment that changes everything. You know that feeling when you should start working out, writing that email, or tackling that project, but instead you scroll, snack, or stall. Here's the truth: procrastination isn't a time management problem. It's a brain trick, and there's a simple way to beat it in 5 seconds. Why your brain sabotages you? 1. Your brain is wired to resist change. The moment you think about doing something hard or new, your brain screams danger. Stick to what's comfortable. It's not laziness, it's biology. Your brain prioritizes short-term comfort over long-term success. Result: you hesitate, overthink, and talk yourself out of action. 2. The 5-second window. Neuroscience shows you have 5 seconds between thinking and acting before your brain kills motivation with excuses. I'll do it later. I'm not in the mood. What if I fail? Miss that window. Procrastination wins. How the 5-second rule works. The rule: the moment you think of doing something important, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then physically move before your brain stops you. Why it works? Interrupts autopilot. Hesitation forces action before excuses kick in, tricks your brain into following through. Example: alarm goes off. You think I should get up. Brain says 5 more minutes. Instead of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet on the floor. 3 ways to use it right now. 1. For starting, the hardest part: need to work out. I 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand, need to write. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the document and type 1 sentence. Magic action creates momentum. Momentum kills procrastination. 2. For stop and distract, scroll Instagram. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the phone down and walk away. Craving junk food. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drink water instead. Secret: you don't need willpower, you need speed. 3. For courageous actions, nervous to speak up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise your hand. Afraid to send that email. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit send. Truth: fear shrinks when you act fast. Why most people fail and how to win. The big mistake: they wait. Feel ready. Newsflash: you'll never feel ready to start a project, have a tough conversation, do something hard. Winners don't wait for motivation. They create it with action. The fix: recognize the stall, that split second of hesitation, interrupt it, immediately dive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move before thinking. Physical action: mental debatey, real life results. People who use the 5-second rule exercise 3x more often, procrastinate less on important tasks, report higher productivity and confidence, not because they're more disciplined, because they outsmart hesitation. Your 24-hour challenge day: notice every time you hesitate. Deploy 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 J like a mental weapon. Move within 5 seconds. No excuses. Result: you'll discover how often your brain tries to stop you, how easy it is to beat it, how much you've been leaving on the table. Procrastination is a decision. Every time you delay, you're choosing comfort over progress, later over now, regret over results. Second why: motivation is a myth, the lie you've been sold. You've heard it 1,000 times. Just stay motivated. Find your reason. Wait for inspiration to strike. Here's the hard truth: motivation is garbage. The most successful people in the world don't rely on it. Why? Because motivation is unreliable, temporary, based on feelings, and feelings change by the hour. Why chasing motivation fails you? 1. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Think about the last time you didn't feel like working out but went anyway. What happened after 10 minutes? You got energized, you found your rhythm. The motivation showed up after you started. Truth: action creates motivation, not the reverse. 2. Your brain is lazy by design. Your mind's job is to conserve energy. It will always resist new habits, hard work, discomfort. Waiting to feel motivated means letting your lazy brain win. 3. Motivation dies under pressure. Ever notice how motivation disappears when you're tired, you're stressed, the work gets hard? Rely on motivation, you'll quit the moment things get tough. What successful people rely on instead of? 1. Systems for feelings. Top performers don't ask, do I feel like it? They follow schedules, routines, deadlines. An example: writers write every day, not when inspired. Athletes train rain or shine, not when motivated. You need a process, not a pep talk. 2. The 2-minute rule. Heat starting. Trick yourself. Just do 2 minutes. 99% of the time, you'll keep going even if you stop. You're building the habit of starting. Momentum beats motivation every time. 3. Identity shift. Instead of, I need motivation to work out, tell yourself, I'm someone who works out no matter what. Behavior follows identity. Fake it till you become it. How to build unshakable discipline. 1. Commit publicly. Tell people your goals. Now you'll look bad if you quit. Social pressure forces accountability. Works 10x better than self-motivation. 2. Design your environment. Want to read more? Leave books everywhere. Want to eat healthy? Remove junk food. Want to work out? Sleep in gym clothes. Make good choices automatically. 3. Track your streaks. Mark an X on a calendar for every day you do the thing. 3 days in a row. Don't break the chain 30 days. You've built a habit. Progress is the best motivator. The cold, hard truth about success. Look at any Olympian, best-selling author, millionaire, entrepreneur. Their secret: they showed up when they least felt like it. Motivation is for amateurs. Professionals work regardless. Your no motivation challenge for the next 72 hours. When you catch yourself waiting to feel motivated, do the opposite. Use the 2-minute trick to start. Report your progress to someone. Result: you'll discover how little motivation actually matters, how powerful small actions are, how much you've been overcomplicating success. Motivation is a bonus, not the fuel. The difference between winners and dreamers. Dreamers wait to feel ready. Winners make themselves ready. Stop waiting for a feeling that may never come. Discipline, not motivation, is the real key to success. Third, the accountability trick top performers use. The secret weapon you're not using. Imagine this: you set a goal. You're excited. You promise yourself this time will be different. Your willpower fades. The goal gets forgotten. Here's what nobody tells you: willpower alone fails 99% of people. Top performers know this. That's why they use one simple trick that 10x's their success rate, while everyone else keeps trying and failing to go it alone. Why you can't trust yourself. A 1. The broken promise problem. Think about how many times you've told yourself, "I'll start Monday." How many gym memberships you've wasted, how many projects you've abandoned halfway. Here's the hard truth: when you only answer to yourself, it's easy to cheat too. The science of social pressure. Studies show you're 65% more likely to succeed when you commit to someone, 95% more likely when you schedule regular check-ins. Your brain works harder when others are watching. 3. The $1 million difference. Compared average person quietly tries to lose weight, fails by February. Top performer posts fitness updates daily, hits goals by March. Same effort, different results. How the pros game accountability. 1. The public declaration. Top performers don't keep goals secret. They announce them. Tell friends or family, post on social media, join a challenge group. Why it works now. Quitting pen embarrassment. 2. The power of the pack. You become the average of the people you surround yourself with. That's why winners join mastermind groups, hire coaches, partner with accountability buddies. Example: want to write a book? Partner with another writer to exchange weekly pages. 3. The deadline effect. Nothing gets done without a deadline. Smart people schedule weekly check-in, set consequences for missing targets, pay money up front that they lose if they fail. Pro tip: websites like StickK let you bet money on your goals. 3 accountability hacks anyone can use today. 1. The 100 handshake. Give a friend 100 cash. They return 10 for every week you hit your goal. Nothing for weeks you miss. Works because suddenly failure has a price. 2. The progress wall. Create a visible tracker whiteboard in your kitchen, calendar, on your fridge app like Habitshare Magic. Seeing streaks builds momentum. 3. The body double trick. Simply having someone present makes you more productive. Study with a friend, work in a coffee shop, join a co-working space. Science shows you'll work harder with witnesses. Why this beats self-discipline every time. The willpower myth. Most people think they need more motivation, discipline, inner strength. Reality: what you need is nowhere to hide. The Army principal soldiers don't rely on willpower to train. They have clear standards, constant evaluations, team expectations. That's why they succeed where civilians fail. Your 7-day accountability challenge. Pick one goal you've been struggling with. Tell 3 people about it today. Set a weekly check-in, call, text, or meet. Add stakes, say money, pride, or consequences on a weekend. You'll either have made progress or have clear proof why you're stuck. Both outcomes are valuable. The life-changing truth about success: every major accomplishment in history happened because someone was being watched. Scientists publishing papers, had investors to answer to. Entrepreneurs faced public scrutiny. Athletes competing. Lone wolves rarely change the world. Your turn. Who's holding you accountable? 4th, how to rewire your brain for hard work. Your brain is sabotaging you. Here's how to fight back. You sit down to work, and within minutes, you check your phone. You feel suddenly thirsty. Your brain screams, "This is too hard." Here's what nobody tells you: your brain is wired to resist hard work. And this changes everything. You can reprogram it. Why your brain hates hard work. 1. The 300-year-old glitch your brain evolved. 2. Conserve energy for survival. Seek immediate rewards of food, safety, avoid discomfort, potential danger. Modern problem. Important work is energy intensive, long-term, rewarding, often uncomfortable result. Your Stone Age brain fights your modern goals. 2. The comfort trap. Your basal ganglia at the habit center loves routine, familiarity, easy tasks. Meanwhile, hard work requires novelty, effort, discomfort. No wonder you procrastinate. 3. The dopamine deception. Your brain rewards social media scrolling eyes, instant hits, the snack and immediate pleasure. Video games, a quick wins, but gives nothing for starting that project, studying that textbook, practicing that skill. The system is rigged against you unless you hack it. 3 neuroscience-backed rewiring techniques. 1. The 10-minute rule. Trick your brain into starting, set a timer for 10 minutes. Promise you can quit after 90% of the time. You'll continue. Why it works. The hardest part is starting. Once engaged, your brain's flow state kicks in. 2. Successive approximation. Train your brain like a puppy. Break work into tiny steps. Reward each micro-completion. Gradually increase difficulty. Example. Day 1, write 1 sentence. Day 20, write 1 paragraph. Day 30, write 1 page. Result. What seemed impossible becomes habitual. 3. Discomfort conditioning. Build mental muscle by taking cold showers, waking up immediately, doing hard tasks. First science shows regular discomfort increases your tolerance for hard work. The 30-day brain remodel project. Phase 1 team. Week 1, 2 awareness. Notice when your brain resists work. Identify your avoidance tactics. Track your productive hours. Phase 20. Week 3, 4 resistance training. Add 5 minutes daily to focused work. Eliminate one distraction source. Practice delayed gratification. Phase 30. Week 4, a habit lock in. Your brain stops fighting hard work. Focus becomes automatic. You crave accomplishment. Why this beats? Just try harder. Willpower is limited, exhaustible, unreliable. A rewired brain automates. Discipline finds pleasure in effort. Makes hard work feel normal. Your first rewiring exercise? Do this now. Choose one hard task you've avoided. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Work it with full focus until it rings. Notice how your resistance fades. Congratulations. You just took the first step toward a stronger brain. 5th, the 1% rule. Small wins that build unstoppable habits. The myth of overnight success that's keeping you stuck. You wake up motivated. You set big goals. You promise yourself, this time, I'll change everything at once. Then life happens. The effort feels overwhelming. You burn out and quit again. Here's the truth. No one tells you transformation doesn't happen in giant leaps. It happens in tiny daily wins. The secret. The 1% rule, the strategy top performers use to build habits that last. Why big goals backfire. 1. The all or nothing trap. When you try to go from couch to 5K in a week, write a book in a month, master a language in 30 days, your brain panics. It sees the massive effort required and shuts down. 2. The motivation roller coaster. Big efforts require huge willpower. But willpower is limited, exhaustible, unreliable. Result. You start strong, then crash hard. 3. The compound effect. You're missing just 1% improvement daily leads to 37x growth in a year. Most people ignore this because small progress feels insignificant. They underestimate time. They want dramatic, instant results. How the 1% rule works. The rule focuses on getting just 1% better every day through small, repeatable actions. Why it works. No willpower required, no burnout risk. Progress compounds dramatically. Example, want to get fit? Old way, kill yourself at the gym to quit in 2 weeks. 1% way. Do 5 ships daily, add 1 more each week. 50 reps push-ups in a year. 3 areas to apply the 1% rule. Today 1. Skill building. Old goal. Become fluent in Spanish. BO fails. 1% way. Learn 3 new words daily. Go on also word 2. Health and fitness. Old goal. Lose 30 pounds fast, but gives up. 1% way. Replace 1 unhealthy meal daily. Automatic weight loss. 3. Old goal, make 10,000 this month. Go fails. 1% way, save 5 daily on 800 year invest it. Compound growth, the science behind small wins. 1. The habit loop. Small actions trigger less resistance, become automatic faster, create neural pathways. Translation, tiny habits wire your brain for success. 2. The progress principle. Harvard research shows small wins who dopamine hits. B motivation, G more wins. It's a self-fueling cycle. 3. Reading 10 pages daily, 30 plus books yearly. Writing 200 words daily, 2 plus books yearly. Saving 10 daily, 3. 650 yearly. Small to consistent to unstoppable. How to implement the 1% rule. 1. Start ridiculously small. Make the action so easy you can't say no. Do 1 push-up. Write 1 sentence. Save wonder magic. You'll almost always do more. 2. Track religiously. You have it at X each day. Completed a habit X streaks. Habitica notebook. What gets measured gets improved. 3. The plea 1 principle each week. Add just 1 more. 1 more minute of meditation, 1 more dollar saved, 1 more page read. Painless progression beats dramatic overhauls. Real world 1% transformations. Case 1 team. The writer started 50 word even finished first book year. 30 quad job to write full time. Case 2 the investor started 5 daily investments year. 5 $10 top portfolio year. Hun hey. Financial freedom in case 3. The athlete started 1 pull up daily year. 1 pull ups year. Twin first marathon. The pattern. Small starts, big finishes. Your 1% challenge for the next 7 days. Pick 1 area to improve. Choose a stupidly easy starting point. Do it daily no matter what. Add flat 1 next week. Expected results. No burnout. Actual progress. A habit forming the life. Changing math while others chase dramatic transformations. Fail. Wait for motivation. Stay stuck. Burnout repeatedly. To quit. You'll be the one. Making steady progress. Building unstoppable habits. Achieving more in a year than most do in a decade. All because you embrace the power of small. 6th, when to ignore your feelings. The lie that's keeping you stuck. You wake up and think, I don't feel like working out. I'm not in the mood to work. I'll do it when I feel inspired. Here's the brutal truth. Your feelings are lying to you. The most successful people in the world don't wait until they feel like it. They've learned this crucial skill, knowing when to ignore their emotions completely. Why your feelings can't be trusted. 1. Feelings follow actions, not the other way around. Think about you never feel like working out until you're 10 minutes and you dread starting work. Then get in the zone, you don't want to socialize, then have a great time. Truth motivation shows up after you start, not before. 2. Your brain is lazy by design. Your mind will always resist change, avoid discomfort, choose instant gratification. Your feelings are basically a toddler screaming for candy. Sometimes you just have to say no. 3. The feel good trap. If people only did things when they felt like it, no one would exercise, no books would get written, no businesses would be built. Success requires doing important things even when you don't want to. 3 times you must ignore your feelings. 1. When starting anything new, your brain will scream, "This is too hard. You can do this later. You're not ready." What winners do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move before the feeling stops you. 2. When facing necessary discomfort, getting up early, having tough conversations, pushing through hard work, remember temporary discomfort leads to long-term results. 3. When you're about to quit, that voice saying, "Just take a break," is often 90% fatigue, 9% fear, 1% actual need. Push through 10 more minutes and you'll often break through. How to override your emotions like a pro. 1. The robot mode technique. When resistance hits, acknowledge the feeling. Say, "Not relevant right now." Take action anyway works because you're not fighting the feeling, you're moving past it. 2. The 10-minute rule. Commit to just 10 minutes of work, exercise, practice. Result 80% of the time, you'll keep going. 3. Identity shifting. Stop saying, "I don't feel like working out." Start saying, "I'm someone who works out no matter what." Your behavior follows your identity. The life-changing results of emotional discipline. People who master this achieve 10x more, build unshakable confidence, develop true mental toughness because they're no longer slaves to their moods. Your 7-day feelings detox challenge. Pick 3 daily tasks you'll do regardless of feelings. When resistance comes, say, "Not relevant." Track how often feelings were wrong. Discovery. Your emotions are terrible predictors of what's good for you. Feelings are visitors, not guides. They come and go. Let them pass like clouds. The real you, the one who acts despite them. That's where true freedom begins. 7. No matter what mindset, the moment that separates winners from the rest. 2 people start the same journey. They have equal talent. But one quits when it gets hard. The other pushes through. What's the difference? One has a no matter what mindset. The other has an it's convenient attitude. Here's how to develop the mentality that makes obstacles irrelevant. Why most people quit too soon. 1. They mistake difficulty for impossibility. When challenges come, average person thinks, "This shouldn't be this hard." Winner thinks, "This is exactly how growth feels." Truth, if it were easy, everyone would do it. 2. They wait for perfect conditions. "I'll start when I have more time, I feel more confident, the economy improves." Newsflash, perfect conditions never come. Winners start and adapt. 3. They take the first exit. Research shows 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. Most businesses quit before year 3. Nearly all weight loss attempts end and regain. Why? People plan for success, but not for struggle. What the no matter what mindset looks like. 1. Olympic athletes, they train when injured, on holidays, after defeats, because the goal isn't optional. 2. Successful entrepreneurs, they persist through failed launches, cash flow crisis, skeptical critics, because quitting isn't a consideration. 3. Anyone who's ever overcame odds, they all share one trait. They outlasted their obstacles. How to build this mindset yourself. 1. Make non-negotiable commitments. I'll try to exercise 3x per week, but I exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no matter what. Specificity eliminates negotiation. 2. Redefine your identity. Stop saying, "I'm trying to quit smoking." Start saying, "I'm a non-smoker." Behavior follows identity. 3. The hell or high water rule. Choose 3 things you'll do. No matter how tired you are, no matter how busy you get, no matter how you feel. This is how habits become unbreakable. 3 tests of a true no matter what mentality. 1. The bad weather test. Do you still work out when it's raining? Show up when you're not 100%. Deliver when you don't feel like it. 2. The distraction test. Can you work through interruptions? Say no to temptations. Stay focused when others quit. 3. The setback test. When you fail, get rejected, face unexpected problems, do you adjust and continue or make excuses? The life-changing power of this mindset. People with this mentality achieve goals others call lucky, build reputations as reliable, develop unshakable self-trust because they know their word means something. Your 30-day, no matter what challenge. Choose one important habit, define exact terms, when or how much, track daily with no exceptions. When tempted to quit, say, "This is who I am now." After 30 days, you'll have proof of your discipline, that you keep promises to yourself, That obstacles bow to consistency. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your willingness to show up tired, persist through boredom, continue after setbacks. The no matter what mindset isn't about being superhuman. It's about being someone your future self can thank. 24-hour no excuses challenge, the wake up call you need right now. Here's an uncomfortable truth. You've spent days, weeks, or months telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I don't have time today. I'm not in the right headspace. And where has that gotten you? Exactly where you don't want to be. Today changes everything. For the next 24 hours, we're eliminating every excuse, justification, and rationalization. Ready to shock your system and prove what you're really capable of. Why 24 hours changes everything. 1. Short enough to be doable. Anyone can do anything for one day. 24 hours, 40 minutes. No, it's too hard. Allowed. 2. Long enough to break patterns. In just one day, you'll catch yourself making excuses. See how often you self-sabotage. Prove your willpower is stronger than you think. 3. Creates immediate momentum. Small wins lead to big changes. Nail this challenge and you'll build confidence, gain clarity, reset your standards. The rules, no negotiating. 1. The 3 non-negotiables for 24 hours. You will do your most important task first. No checking emailed social media. First, keep every promise you make to yourself. If you say you'll work out at 7 p.m., you do it. Replace all complaints with solutions. Caught whining. Immediately propose a fix. 2. The excuse killers. When you catch yourself thinking, saying, I don't have time, and do it for 5 minutes. I'm too tired. Could drink water and do it anyway. I'll do it later. I set a timer and do it now. 3. The accountability factor. You must tell someone you're doing this challenge. Report back to them in 24 hours. Admit if you broke any rules. No accountability. Guaranteed failure. How this will shock your system. Scenario 1. Teen. Morning alarm old you. Just 5 more minutes. They hit snooze. 3x. Challenge your feet on floor before second thought. Scenario 20. Afternoon slump. Old you. I'll finish this later. Scrolls phone challenge you. Sets 25-minute timer. Works until it rings. Scenario 3. Evening temptation. Old you. I'll work out tomorrow. Binge watches Netflix. Challenge you to does 10 push-ups. Often leads to full workout. What you'll discover. 1. How often you self-sabotage. You'll be stunned by how many times you almost quit. How creative your excuses are. How automatic your avoidance is. 2. How much you're capable of when you actually follow through. Tasks take less time than feared. Energy comes from action. Momentum builds fast. 3. The lies you've been believing. That voice saying, I can't. You're about to prove it wrong. Your exact 24-hour game plan. Morning. Wake up at planned time. No snooze it. Do most important task before anything else. No social media or email until noon. Afternoon. When tired. Drink water plus take brisk walk. When distracted, 25-minute focus sprint. When frustrated, find solution, not complaints. Evening. Complete all promised tasks. Prepare for next day. Reflect on wins or failures. Night. Report to accountability partner. Note what was easy or hard. Plan to continue what worked. The life-changing potential. This isn't just about 24 hours. It's about breaking excuse patterns, resetting your standards, proving your capability. Do this challenge once a month and you'll outperform 95% of people. Your only real limit is how long you'll tolerate your own excuses. 24 hours, no compromises. Who will you be when the time's up? Starting now.